Well, 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 the hourglass has finally emptied. The shaking seems less severe now. I wonder if this is anything to do with that. But we should get to a safe place. I'm gonna go to the storage room and wait this out. Looks like things are about to change once again. Here we go.
Bolt, cactus, clay, reeds, bookshelf, bricks.
Well, the shaking seems to have stopped, and the hourglass has changed. I saw things again, and who was that figure? The figure seems familiar, but I just can't quite place it.
Times are changing. Do you think he knows?
Hello?
No, there are bigger forces.
Hello,
at
can you
play.
hear me?
Time reveals all, and everything will make sense.
Who are those voices?
He can't hear, which means
I've never
he
heard
can't
them
hear.
before when I've been awake, only during the blackout. And they're louder now. I wonder what that means. Greetings, everybody, and welcome back to another episode of Building with Fret. And time appears to have moved forward again here. We are now in alpha version 1.0.13_01. Quite a bit of time has passed for us. And it looks like we have new friends. Hello. To you too, friend. Hello. Looks like we have made new friends with cows here. Come in to check out and visit my patch museum, are you? Hopefully you have fun. Okay. Welcome everybody to this episode of Building with Fret. Time has moved forward once again. And yes, now we have updated. So today is update day. I'm very, very excited to be sharing this episode with you here. First things first, let's take a look around everything. How's the tree farm doing? The tree farm seems to be doing okay. Pretty much as before. And everything seems to be alright. We haven't really got anything that is able to be broken, I don't think. We should probably check out the mob farm at some point as well. The plan for today's episode, I'm feeling a bit of an adventure in me. I think we're going to go out and we're going to check some new things out. Now that we have updated here, I am convinced from my vision that I saw some new things that we can go out and collect. So that is going to be my plan. So I'm going to get some things together and we will head out for an adventure, okay? Just took a look at the mob farm. Still appears to be working. So here's another little first. Made a boat. That is one of the new cool features we have access to. I have come out here to the redstone mine. This is right at the top here of the redstone mine. And I'm going to head off exploring this direction because I have not gone this way yet. And I don't think it'll be far, this direction, to get to new terrain. So, let me put my boat down and let's give it a go. There it is. Here we go. A little bit of a sail at 4 a.m. Very, very cool. So let's see what we can see as we go on our adventure here. See if we can see any of those things I saw before. Aha, I think that might be our first new feature. Oh, there's one right there. There's a big tree over there, so this is definitely new generation here. Excellent. Oh no, it looks like it's being guarded. My treasure here is being guarded by a new... Well, not a new, but an old foe. Okay, maybe we can get these. Oh, there's more over there too. He's going away. Excellent. And here it is, becoming daytime again. We'll get these two. 10 cactus. Perfect. Now, I think I saw a little bit down the way there. Something else I'm looking for. I did, right there. On this new day here. So there's one of those new big trees. A couple of them actually right there. Ooh. Ooh, hold up a minute now. I think we've hit the jackpot right here. There's something new that we're looking for. Look at this. We got our first clay. And there's more over here. There's lots of cactus around. It's everywhere. I was expecting this to be much more rare to track down. Do I see any more around? Clay, that is? I'll leave these cactus here and, you know, just in case I happen to lose some. Alright, let's start collecting this clay. Wow, there's a lot of it here. That is a lot of it. So I've done this deliberately because I just want to hear the noise. Let's hear it. Oh, that is very satisfying. And that looks to be all of it. Not bad. Not bad at all. So there's some clay. We'll have to sail around, see if we can see any more. I would like quite a lot of it. Some brown mushrooms. A lot of brown mushrooms at that, too. 10 of them. Not bad. Might keep those around for some food at some point. So was it right over here I saw those reeds? I think so. Yep, there they are. Excellent. It's a cool looking mountain over there. Those big trees add a lot, don't they, to the terrain, that's for sure. They really just break up the landscape a little bit. Very cool. Let's get this clay then. Doesn't look like as big of a patch of clay this time. Oh! Jeez. Whoa. I was not expecting that. I was not expecting that at all. And there's a skeleton down there. I'm gonna give that a miss and I'm gonna mosey here. But damn, that was a bit of a surprise. There's a pretty shallow sand area. Ooh, that's a perfect square. Is this a dungeon? It is. There's a dungeon here. Not quite sure what we're gonna do about it, honestly. I don't even think there's any chests in it. But there is mossy cobble to be gained here. And a skeleton dungeon, too. It is kind of an interesting find. I don't think I've found it. Oh, that's what I was worried about. That is what I was worried about. I have no food left. Okay. That's not good. Let's get out of here. We'll come back. We need food now. Oh boy. Well, I'm not gonna get any food here. I don't think. I could try and put some torches down and see if I can get some animals to spawn, but I'm not banking on it. If only I had that pork chop and I didn't eat it when I didn't intend to. There's a cow over there. For some reason. Oh good, pigs. Excellent. Just gonna have to take out that creeper along the way here. You're done. Give me some meat. Oh, there's more. I gotta fight for my meat! Oh my gosh. There's too many things over there. Okay. I have 3 stone. That's not gonna get me a furnace. Okay. So yes, the incident with the skeleton is not good. Okay. If I do a little bit of this, we put this down, now we can cook this, and we can get ourselves some health back. So, while I'm here, I'm sorry, friend. I really could do with some leather. We can make some armor out of that. Okay, I should stop messing around though now and... Oh, more food, excellent. Okay. I have 6 leather. That's probably not going to be enough armor. In all honesty. Enough for a decent piece of armor. Even enough to make a chest piece. Still, we'll be able to get healed up again. And I can get back in there and hopefully sort out that spawner. Get the mossy cobble. Okay, we got that. Let's make some more sticks. Nom nom nom. That puts us in a better place than we were. Okay. And we're almost full again. We'll cook that. Let's go again. There we go. Nice. 58 mossy from that. Not a bad haul. Not a bad haul. Nice little find there. No chests though, unfortunately. It's almost nighttime again. Okay. So we'll pick this up. And we'll pick this up. I don't think I really want to keep the sapling. And now we can head out and see if we can find some more clay. Help me! I'm being invaded! Look at all these things. I guess we've got even more friends. Down here in the mines, I just came for some lava and I saw new friends. So, I have spent the last sort of couple of hours probably working on the patch museum a little bit ever since we got back from our little adventure. And I was working on some small little improvements and tweaks and changes, and I want to share some of those with you. Perhaps not too different on initial inspection, but trust me, we've made a few changes here. Firstly, to my surprise, this tree grew. There was a sapling here, if you recall, and it actually grew. I was not expecting that to happen. I planted a reed here that we picked up, and I planted another one there. We'll come back to this and what I've made here. I slightly changed the position of the lava here so that I could add a little bit more for the minecart section. And I've put a slab down here because the minecart was always getting pushed through there by the mobs that spawn in here, the passive mobs, so I've just put a slab there. I added some obsidian and a water source to kind of indicate more in the cave area. You'll notice that there's a lot less torches around here now. I've gone in and added some lighting, tried to remove as many torches as is possible. I did some work here adding some signs around for the different patches here. I took the mushrooms out of this chest because I don't know why I included them when they were already in the patch museum. Speaking of the mushrooms, I moved them out of the surface area into the cave area. You typically see them more in caves than you would on the surface, so I moved those. And I raised the slabs up one block. I rearranged this over here so that we had some extra space. Yeah, so we've got the rail and the stairs over here. I raised the slabs up because I think this gives you a better view of the blocks and items included in the patch museum. Haven't done anything with over there at the moment. And I think that pretty much covers all the major changes. I also rearranged this a little bit. Now, let's talk about this over here. So, initially, I didn't think this tree would grow, so I carved out an area back here to grow a tree. As you come in here, you would be able to see this tree to kind of represent the overworld area. However, while doing that, I came out into this cave, which was right here, and I explored it a little bit. It doesn't go very far, but where it does go is out to the surface. I have to make this quick because it's getting dark. And it comes out into this really cool hidden grove area. This is like totally sealed off from the rest of the world. We should definitely do something with this at some point. I think this looks very, very cool, and we could do, I don't know, something awesome with it, I think. I really, really like this. This is a quite unique, secluded little spot there. So we're definitely going to open up this way and build over there at some point. I've got the grass spreading here, as you can see. One of the other changes I made, actually, is I moved the water ladder slightly. And I kind of cleaned all this up with the water ladder. And I lowered this pathway one block. So the slabs have been lowered one block, and I built this. Got a slightly different position now for the water ladder. And tidied all of this up. Still some torches to get rid of in here, but otherwise it's... yeah, the water ladder used to be there, but now it's here. And it's in a better location for me, and... yeah, I've managed to kind of tidy up that whole area because it was a bit of a mess. I also did some tidying up in the ceiling. There was a bit of a hole there, and I've done some polishing, got rid of some torches and things. So, yeah, lots of just small little polish things, really, just tweaking areas, making them seem a little bit nicer. I think I'm to a point now where I can actually replace this, because the grass is over there. I was just trying to get the grass to spread. And what we're going to do now is we are going to add a bunch of new blocks and items into the patch museum from Alpha 1013 here. You also saw in a clip there I ran into our first slimes. So we've got a couple of new items here. We've got paper, a slime ball, clay ball, and a brick. So I think we'll put the brick and the clay here, Well, that's a crafted item. These are also crafted items. That's natural. So, yeah, we'll do that. I have my crafted items chest over here. Let's go to this particular one, and we'll put in the crafted goods here. What do we got? So we have a book and paper. So if we move this and this to here, and then we've got the brick. Excellent. There we go. And now we get to place the new blocks here. So, first things first, the reed, that will grow. I have the cactus, that will also grow. And we have the clay block. There we go. Now for the crafted blocks, which are going to be over here, we have two, the bookshelf and the bricks. So I think we will do bookshelf, bricks. There we go. Awesome. Nice to see the Patch Museum filling up here with our nice blocks and items. Yeah, they will grow, but that'll kind of add a cool little bit of detail as well to the area. Next up for me in the Patch Museum is going to be kind of probably working on that area. And I've got a little bit of work still to do here. I've got that one torch to get rid of and expanding out that way. But we're not going to be working on that today. Instead, we're going to be working on a new project outside. I think we're going to start building a road from the house to the sawmill, and we're going to have to build a bridge part way in between that too. So I'm going to go ahead and get some materials together for that, and then we'll check that out. Okay, so I'm up here on the surface now, and I've brought some materials along to start and prepare building a path. And I wanted to share with you how I kind of build my paths a little bit, if you would like some advice or tips. So to start with, whenever I'm building a path, I like to lay out roughly where the path is going to go in cobble. Just place in some cobble blocks down. You could use another block. Preferably not something like dirt or grass though, because it's going to be hard to see. But really anything would work here. And I just sort of look around and see where it is I want to go. I've already walked over between the house and the sawmill once to get a rough idea of where I'm going to go. So again, I'm just going to keep laying blocks down. Originally, I thought I was going to level this mountain, but there's actually a tunnel through here that we can use, and I think would be more interesting than just leveling the mountain. So we're going to go this way, and then we're going to kind of build our way around the edge like this. So we might need to do some supports or something there, possibly. We're going to fill in this and go over here. And then we're going to go through these trees, maybe. Actually, we're going to change this a little bit. And, you know, you can always change it. It's much easier to do so when you've only placed a few random blocks rather than having placed your entire path and then realize a certain section of it needs to be reworked. Again, planning is the key here. If you plan well, you save yourself lots and lots of time. So yeah, we can come kind of around here a little bit, and then we're going to go maybe down this step and then through here. And then we're going to go this way. Pretty much straight through here. Up to about this point. And then this is where we're going to build our bridge. Right around here we'll build the bridge, and then that will connect over to the sawmill there. So that's kind of how I lay out my paths. I didn't really think about it at all. I just placed blocks in a way that generally flowed and made sense. And now what I can do is I can build around these blocks and connect them together by building, you know, building paths really, really easily. Now I have gone ahead and cleared out all the trees, and I've done a little bit of light terraforming just to make the path a bit more easy to traverse. What we're going to be able to do now is we're we are going to be able to start and actually make our path. Now, this this kind of complicates stuff a little bit here, but it's not the end of the world. There's a big cave under here from where I cleared out all that sand before. I will have to fill that in. Your path probably won't look like that. Here's how I like to lay out my paths then. Once I've put the cobble down, I like to build with diagonals to start with, and I tend to build in numbers of 1, 2, 3, 5, and 7. Very, very similar to terraforming, believe it or not. And our objective here is to try and make the path curve a little bit. Here and there. So I think rather than build here, I'm going to build here. And we just start by digging diagonals. For now. This is quite a straight section of the path. And as I build more here, I'm going to just break the cobble. Now we're going to start to hit a corner piece, so I'm probably going to do a 2 there, into a 2 here, maybe a 1, and then a 2. Now we're going to go up the step. So we need to get to here, roughly. And this is the middle part of our path, by the way. So we'll go up the step. That'll be 3, 4, we'll probably go 5 then. And then we'll begin to maybe do a 2, a 1, and then a 2. Not every cobble you placed first time is going to be perfect. It's not meant to be. It's just meant to give you a vague idea of what to aim for. Now we're actually building the real path now. That's what we're doing at this point. I would say don't go any further than 7 without kind of changing the path a little bit, because it makes it look very straight. Unless it's part of a predefined structure that's meant to be, for example, like a tunnel or something. Then I could see it making sense. But generally, you don't want your paths to be very, very straight. A little bit of curvature to them makes them a lot more interesting and a lot different. And it lets you get some really interesting shapes. So I'm going to keep on working with this all the way through until I've reached the end, and then I'll show you the next step. So I went ahead and did all of that, and I waited for day again here. Now I'm going to share with you the next step to my path building here. So you have your diagonal path. It's very, very, very simple if you've been following the steps. All you have to do is dig out around the edge here. Make sure you get the corner pieces as well. Dig out all along the edge here. Now I got an extra shovel for this. And we're going to do that all the way around the path. Now if you wanted to make a 2 wide path, you would stop at this point. If you wanted to do a 2 wide path. If you want to do a 3 wide path, which is what I want to do here, I think 3 wide is generally the optimal condition. You go all the way to the end of the path. And then you turn around and you come back the other way. And you should end up back where you started perfectly with a 3 wide path. So, we're back all the way at the beginning now. I have done that step, cleared out all the space around it. Now, the next step is to build the actual path itself. And how I like to typically do this, and what I would recommend is get a stack or some of each material you want to include in the path. For me, on this path, it's going to be gravel, cobble, and moss stone. And decide which one is going to be your primary block. For me, that's going to be gravel. I'm going to be aiming to use this around about 60% of the time. Cobble about maybe 30-35% of the time. And mossy cobble about 5 to 10% of the time. And then just, you know, think about some simple math, really. So if it's about 60%, that means for every stack of gravel you've used, you probably want to have about 20 cobble left in your stack. And as far as mossy cobble goes, I'm just going to be placing one every so often. You know, I shouldn't actually run out of mossy cobble building this entire path, for example. So, then just kind of place the blocks in a random-ish pattern. And see what happens. You know, if there's any bits you don't like, then you can always change it out. You could have bits of the dirt encroaching into the path. I don't think I'm going to do that here, but that is an option for you. And yeah, I'm going to get to work on building this path. Don't think about it too much. Just place the blocks, see where they take you, and go from there. Okay. We'll see what it looks like. Okay, so I've gone ahead and finished the path from where we started all the way through here now. I also added this little bridge, and I wanted to talk to you for a few moments about this bridge. It's pretty simple in design. It is a diagonal bridge. What I started with was I just started by putting down some wooden planks from where I started to where I wanted to get to. And then I've kind of expanded that into a width that I felt was good. I added some support posts along either side just to give it some structure. And then for this, I just added some cobble in between and some mossy. I got creative with a few stairs. I didn't go too crazy. I was honestly quite limited on what I could do because it's a small space and we have so few options. I couldn't put a curve in it, for example, or anything like that. But if I was to give you some bridge tips or bridge building tips, I would say start with a connection of where you want to start and where you want to get to, and then kind of build around that. You know, kind of widen it up to a width that you feel is comfortable for traversing. And then start and think about your supports at either end, or if you've got a large bridge, you might want to have supports in the middle. Honestly, if this was much larger than this, I would probably have a support in the middle. This is just a bridge over a shallow stream, not a bridge over a big river, for example. And then start and think about the materials you want to use around the edge here. I'm quite limited to wood and stone here. I added a little bit of detailing here with some stairs. You might be able to get more creative depending on what you have access to. We'll talk more about bridges in the future as we do bigger ones and different styled ones, but I've got some lighting on here as well because I thought that was kind of important. Yeah, and I went ahead and built the path up to the bulk storage area and up to the doorway there to beneath the sawmill. And that's kind of given me some ideas of what I'm going to do with this area next. Now we're pretty much ready for building some houses in here. It's going to be kind of cramped, but I think that we could probably get maybe 4 or 5 small houses in here. Especially once I've kind of... I'm going to tear this down, obviously, soon, and I'm going to replace this with grass. And that was what I was aiming for. I was aiming for about 4 or 5 small houses to kind of complete this area. And then we're going to add some more detail around the actual sawmill itself. There's going to be carts going to and fro, so we want a cart storage area. We're going to want a storage area for the wood after it's been cut. And we're going to want a small stable for the horses that are going to be coming through here to collect the wood and then ship it off to wherever in the kingdom it's going to go. So all of those things are things we're going to have to work on soon. But I think that will be something we work on in the next episode. Because that's about all I think we can fit in for today. Hopefully you've enjoyed today's episode. Let me know what you think. I had a lot of fun going out adventuring, finding those new items and blocks. And working on the patch museum was a lot of fun as well. And to conclude, we've started putting in some paths here, which will hopefully be traversed many times. With that, thank you for watching, and I will see you again in the next one.